Well, the winter session of the Parliament starts today and is set to be a dramatic affair with the fate of the TMC MP Mahua Moitra hanging in the balance. The report of the Lok Sabha ethics panel recommending the expulsion of Mahua Moitra will be tabled in the Lok Sabha today. Moitra faces the possibility of expulsion from the Lok Sabha based on the recommendations of the panel. Now, the ethics panel chairman Vinod Sonkar is expected to lay the panel's first report in the House. Meanwhile, at an all-party meeting called on Saturday, the TMC has demanded that a discussion must first take place on the panel report before any decision is taken against Mahua. In fact, the Congress MP Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary also wrote a letter to Lok Sabha Speaker saying that Mahua's expulsion will be an extremely serious punishment and it will have wider ramifications. Listen in to the reactions.
The Ethics Committee will submit its report on Mahua Moitra and the complaint. So it will be laid on the table. After that, it can be discussed. So Ethics Committee's report does not automatically suspend anybody. One has to move a motion in Parliament. That remains to be seen what happens.
স্পিকারকে আমি বলতে চেয়েছি একটা কথা যে একজন পার্লামেন্টের মেম্বারকে যেভাবে এথিক্স কমিটির নাম করে অপমান বা অবমাননা করা হচ্ছে এবং এথিক্স কমিটি নিজে পার্লামেন্টের নিয়ম কানুনকে যেভাবে ভঙ্গ করছে তার পরিপ্রেক্ষিতে নতুন করে এথিক্স কমিটির বিষয়গুলোকে ভাবনা চিন্তা করা দরকার এবং সেই সঙ্গে সঙ্গে মহুয়া মৈত্রকে যেভাবে এথিক্স কমিটি হাজির করিয়ে একটা এমপিকে তার ভাবমূর্তিকে কলুষিত করবার যে চেষ্টাটা করলো তার মধ্যে যুক্তি কতটা আছে, কতটা বদলা নেওয়ার মানসিকতা আছে, কতটা তার মধ্যে নিয়ম মানা হচ্ছে, এগুলো কিন্তু আমাদের দেখা দরকার। প্রথম এথিক্স কমিটির একটাই মিটিং হয়েছিল সেই লালকৃষ্ণ আডবাণীর নেতৃত্বে নারদা কাণ্ডে, তারপরে কিন্তু কোনোদিন কোনো মিটিং আর হয়নি। তো হঠাৎ করে এথিক্স কমিটির নামে যে তৎপরতা দেখানো হলো এবং পাশাপাশি যে কোনো আমাদের কমিটির মূল শর্ত হলো আমরা যেগুলো আলোচনা করি সেগুলো বাইরে প্রকাশ করা যায় না। আমি নিজে পাবলিক অ্যাকাউন্টস কমিটির চেয়ারম্যান, আমরা অনেক সেন্সিটিভ বিষয় নিয়ে আলোচনা করি। সেখানে ভারতবর্ষের আর্মি আছে, ভারতবর্ষের রোড আছে, অনেক বিষয় নিয়ে আমরা পাবলিক অ্যাকাউন্টস কমিটিতে আলোচনা করি। আমরা সেখানটায় অনেক তথ্য আমাদের কাছে উঠে আসে। সবগুলো তথ্য সরকারের পক্ষে যায় তা নয়, সরকারের বিপক্ষেও বা সরকারকে সমালোচনা করার মতন প্রচুর তথ্য আমাদের কাছে আসে। সেগুলো আমরা মিটিং শেষ করে বাইরে গিয়ে প্রেসকে বলতে যাই না, কারণ পার্লামেন্টের যে কোনো কমিটির মূল শর্ত হলো যা কিছু আলোচনা হবে ইন ক্যামেরা আলোচনা হবে, সেগুলো বাইরে বলা যায় না। কিন্তু এখানে প্রথম দিন থেকে একটা করে মিটিং হচ্ছে, মিটিং এর পর চেয়ারম্যান তার দলের লোকদের নিয়ে এসে বাইরে।
Meanwhile, the other India partners also waded into the matter with the SP MP SD Hassan questioning as to how could the privilege committee expel an MP.
इस बात को कहा है क्या प्रिविलेज कमेटी कोई अधिकार है कि किसी सांसद को एक्सपेल कर दे? जब तक कि जुडिशियल डिसीजन ना हो उस वक्त तक इस मसले को रोक दिया जाए।
Remember, the Lok Sabha committee had adopted its report recommending Moitra's expulsion from the Lok Sabha over the cash for query allegations on the 9th of November. 6 members of the panel had voted in favor of the report, while 4 members of the panel belonging to the opposition parties had submitted dissent notes. The opposition alleged that the report was a result of a fixed match and was not supposed and also not supporting any shred of evidence at all. In fact, on the 2nd of November, when Mahua appeared before the ethics panel, huge drama had also ensued, with Mahua Moitra and 5 opposition MPs seen storming out of the hearing. And as reporters asked questions to Mahua Moitra, she also angrily lashed out at them. In fact, Mahua alleged that she was asked filthy questions by the Lok Sabha Ethics Committee members. In fact, on the sidelines, there was also another face-off. The BSP's Danish Ali equating Mahua to Draupadi and calling her the Cheer Haran. In fact, the JDU MP and ethics panel member Girdhari Yadav had also alleged that the inquiry wasn't conducted properly during the meeting.
एथिकल क्वेश्चन तो द्रौपदी का चीज कर रहे हैं वॉकआउट इसलिए क्या कि रात में किससे बात क्या बात
So what's expected today in a short while from now is Mahua Moitra going to be, expelled from the Lok Sabha? These are questions that loom large. Let's open this up. K.R. Ghosh of the BJP joining us and Shubhankar Bhattacharya, political analyst, also joining us on the broadcast. Thank you for joining us. Shubhankar, I want to begin with you on what's expected today because there's been a lot of back and forth over what happened at the Ethics Committee. Mahua Moitra also asking some questions of the committee and, committee itself. What are you expecting today? Because there are speculations with, Nishikant Dubey also saying that today is going to be a very big day.
Yes, of course. See, it's only the decision is coming today. But Mahua Moitra was actually expelled the day the allegations were made because it came from the, the BJP, the great BJP. It has so she was expelled the very same day. Only it's just the formal this thing will come up because we all know very well that the ethics committee, they have been working under the shadow of the government, this thing. So she was actually already expelled. So I don't know. A drama had to be made out because just they wanted to show the public that
okay.
Yes,
so you're saying that the verdict was already given and even the ethics committee meeting was nothing. But do stay on with us. We have some breaking updates also coming in on the broadcast ahead of the winter session today. The ethics panel is all set to table the report against Mahua Moitra. Ethics panel members speaking exclusively to Times Now. Listen in.
The Ethics Committee recommendation also stating that an expulsion of Ms. Mahua Moitra will be, they're recommending that. And also, it's being said that today it will be tabled in the Parliament. What are the plans?
See, the Lok Sabha will take a decision on this. And as far as the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Ethics and Privileges is concerned, we had 3 sittings. We heard all the parties, the complainants and the defendant, and then we submitted a very comprehensive report to Honourable Speaker, and it figures in the agenda of today's deliberations in the Lok Sabha. So we would be laying that particular report of the Standing Committee on the table of the Lok Sabha, and I think there would be deliberations, there would be debates, there would be discussions, and thereafter appropriate decision would be taken.
The opposition is alleging a witch hunt. In fact, a lot of opposition MPs are writing to the Lok Sabha Speaker that this is too severe a punishment for Mahua Moitra.
See, she behaved in a manner which was unbecoming of a parliamentarian. She has actually shown unethical conduct. I'm not very happy saying all this because she has been my colleague in the Lok Sabha. But the fact remains that you cannot share your logging credentials with somebody sitting in Dubai who has actually, uploaded things 47 times. And from here and there also in other parts, from other parts of the country also she has done that. So I think she has to accept that there was something unethical she did, and she should not have done this, and there was absolutely no remorse when she came to the ethics committee when the hearing was made, and
she also said that very inappropriate questions were asked.
Not at all, not at all. I am a woman. I would have put my foot down had it been asked. Absolutely no appropriate questions. All the questions posed by Honorable Chairman of the committee, Mr. Vinod Sonkarji, were limited, were confined to the affidavit signed by, or rather submitted by Darshan Hiranandani. So I think there is nothing inappropriate, and she had been trying to create a fake narrative and playing a victim card, which was not right. Thank you.
There you heard it from the ethics panel member. But K.R. Ghosh, there are questions that are being raised on the ethics committee itself. And you just heard before we played out this reaction as well, Shubhankar Bhattacharya also saying that there was a sense that action had to be taken against Mahua Moitra because she is so outspoken, and then everything was put in place to ensure that this action can be taken.
See, Trinamool and their stooges, they're trying all tricks of the book to play this victim card. The first thing what we are actually forgetting, that why is this halabalu is happening? Why this ethics committee report is being tabled today? That is because Mahua Moitra, she herself, she caused it. She was the main reason why this happened. She gave out her login ID password. Yes. The login ID password was used from foreign soil. Yes. She questioned in the floor of the parliament based on some questions framed or typed in a foreign soil. Yes. So she basically voiced for somebody else, for that person's interest on a foreign soil, and she asked them the questions on Indian Parliament. So this is where the unethical thing happened. In exchange for Ferragamo shoes or Louis Vuitton bags or cash or perfumes or wine bottles, that's immaterial. What is more important is that she gave away her login ID password on foreign soil. And Mahua Moitra, one more thing I'd definitely like to ask or add is Mahua Moitra, she talks a lot of plagiarism. What isn't this plagiarism? That you're voicing the questions drafted by somebody else? You're voicing the opinion.
Okay. In fact, the defense that has come in from many is that, as an opposition MP, she has the right to raise these questions. But the question of, the cash that she allegedly received and the perks that she was allegedly receiving for asking these questions, this is where the question comes in. So, Shubhankar, on the charge against Mahua Moitra, yes, she herself has said that she is outspoken. She has been speaking on the Adani issue. She's been speaking against the Prime Minister. That's why she's being targeted. But on the specific charges against her, has she been able to disprove it? Not really.
See, that is the thing. See, earlier it was said that it's always considered as someone is innocent until he or she is proven guilty. But now it is like it's if you're accused, you remain accused till you prove yourself innocent. Anyways, the very first thing that you said, that the login ID and password, again, I repeat, see, the login IDs and passwords are with the staffers of each and every member of parliament, number one. So it has to be investigated then that whether the parliamentarians, each and every parliamentarian, what kind of utility has been there from their login and password and how much their staffers are actually accessing it. Number one. Point number two, getting a gift from someone, still it wasn't proved that whether it was quid pro quo or not. It didn't prove that ground. Getting a gift and getting a gift against asking a question, there are two different platforms completely. Now the third factor is more important. The third factor stands is that, see, the ethics committee has given a one-sided view. You don't have the view of the opponents, you don't have the view of the opposition who actually walked out from the committee.
Okay. So, in fact, questions have been raised on the committee itself, with the opposition leaders saying that first, the questions that were asked to Mahua Moitra were directed somewhere else, and secondly, saying that it was not fair. So, a lot of debates going on about the same. Thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. We're running out of time. We'll have to wrap it up at that.